Hello guys, you're welcome back to Sew with Grace. In today's video, we are going to learn how to make this beautiful pants from start to finish. If you come across us for the first time, do well to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that YouTube can notify you anytime we upload a new video. This my fabric actually has a pattern, so I mark the edge of my material, and from the edge I place the length of my pants. The length of my pants is 43. That includes the sewing allowance, and from there I mark the tip of my tape. I want this spiral design effect to be at the down of my trouser, so I'm actually marking my waist point and I'm going to connect it on a straight line. Small of this design will be at the waist area. So guys, subscribe because few days to come we are going to upload the top part of this tutorial, that is the blouse. It's going to be something like this, and once you subscribe, YouTube is going to send you notification anytime we do so. But I promise you it's not going to take a long time. I'm going to upload this tutorial. Okay, at this waistline I'm going to come down to my hip point. My hip point is 9 inches. I'm also going to mark my crush point. To know your crush point, actually I divide my hip into 4 plus 3 inches, so I'm marking it at 12 inches now. So I also connect it on a straight line. At this hip point, I'm dividing my hip into 4 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, and I connect it like so. At the waistline, I also extend this line to the waistline, or you can actually go ahead and measure it at the waist and connect it on a straight line. Also repeat the same measurement at the crush line. Moving on to the center of our pants, I am actually taking quarter of my waist measurement. I don't want to add that to this pants, okay? I'm actually taking quarter of my waist measurement and I connect it to this hip point. Guys, in this part I actually make a mistake. Connect this line to the crush line. I will be correcting that later, okay? Even this line, the center line, also connect it to the crush line, not the hip line, okay? Please connect the tutu line to the crush line, not the hip line. This mistake will be corrected later, still in this video. You see this place, right? It's supposed to be a curve at this crush line, okay, not the hip line. So this curve is supposed to happen at the crush line. Please don't make this mistake. And from this crush line, I'm going to extend my I'm just going to mark it straight down to the hem of my pants. And from the sides of the pants, I'm also going to connect it like this down to the hem of my pants, and I will be cutting it out. You can also see that at the waist I've decided to add ½ inch for sewing allowance. So now moving on to the next part of it, which is the back piece. I'm also placing my material on folds, placing the front on top of the back piece, and also making sure that this design align. You have to take note of your design. You wouldn't like it to be one to be at the up while another is at the down. So make sure that your design align. And I'm marking 2 inch at the side. At the waist area, I've already go up with 1 inch, like so. And I'm connecting it from the waist to hem of this pants, and I'm cutting it out. Once I get my back piece, I'm going to make some adjustment. At the center front of my pants, I go in with 1 inch. This is to eliminate any form of bulginess at the center of our pants. At the waistline, I'm also stepping down with 1 inch, and I'm going to connect it, and I will cut it out. At the waistline, this 1 inch I step down with, I'm going to connect it back to the side seam, and I'm going to cut it out. It's very important you remove this part out, because it's going to help the pant to relax flat on your bum. I hope this makes sense. I'm done with that. I'm also making sure that the aim of my pants is the same. Guys, the aim of my pants is the same. It's very important. At the side of my pants, for the back piece, I'm actually going up with that 1 inch that we mark, and from the side seam we slant it to the center. After this, guys, this is all for the cutting. Moving on to the band part of it. For the band, I want the length of my band to be 1 inch, so I'm going to be cutting at 1.5. Half inch will be on sewing allowance. Also take note that this 1.5 inch I'm cutting out is on fold, so if you open it up, we are going to have 3 inch. I'm cutting it out for both the front and the back. I like using this method when I'm making my dress, in case I want to maybe dash out, or I want to adjust it. It will be easy for me. So I'm going ahead to use a to part my band, because I want it a bit firm. After that, I'm folding in half inch. I'm folding in half inch like this and press it down with my hot iron. Moving on to the sewing part of it, I'm going to sew this cross line like this, following the direction of my finger with half-inch sewing allowance. Once that is done, I'm placing my front on top of my back. I'm going to be sewing these sides with half-inch sewing allowance. I'm going to be doing that on both sides. Next, this is the part I said you should connect it down to the crotch area. So we are going to correct this mistake. I'm still placing my tape this way, minusing the length of my band, and I mark the 13-inch, which is supposed to be our crotch line. And from there, I'm going to connect it with a curve to meet up with the midpoint of our crotch line. You can decide to use freehand, or if you have a pattern master, you use that to connect it as well. After connecting it this way, I'm going to be cutting it out. I'm going to also repeat the same process on my two sides. Placing the back on top of each other, minusing my 1.5 inch, which is for band, I mark the length of my crotch, and from that crotch area, I'm connecting it to the midpoint of this crotch line. I curve it out like this, and I'm cutting it out. So I'm going to take it back and stitch it, maintaining half inch for sewing allowance. Once that is done, we are almost done with this pants. So I'm actually arranging the midpoint or the bottom of our pants like this, making sure that the front is also aligned with that of the back. We are going to stitch down with half inch down to the hem of the pants. We are also going to attach the band. For attaching the band, I'm making sure that I place my band the right side on the wrong side of my pants, and I'm stitching it down as shown. I'm going to be repeating it for both the front and the back piece. Once we get this part done, I'm actually going to fold it this way. With the help of my hemming gum, I'm going to fold it the way I want it to be and iron it down flat. After ironing it down, I'm actually using my sewing machine to stitch it down. So make sure that you use hemming gum to iron down, especially when it comes to vintage or crepe like this. Sometimes it has a bit form of stretchiness in it, so hemming gum will be a big help at the waist area so that you not have any form of folds at this waist area. I also go ahead to repeat the same process on my back piece. The next thing we are going to attach lastly is the zip. Okay, for this zip, this is actually a pro tip. I'm actually using my paper stay. This one is actually the black color of it. It comes in two color. We have the black and the white. The white is very popular or well known. So I'm actually taking my paper stay to iron on this zip area. I make sure that I iron my paper stay on this zip area on both sides. After that, I'm going to attach my zip as shown. Don't worry guys, after attaching the zip, we are going to pull out the paper stay out of the material. Just watch carefully, you are going to see what I mean. After stitching one side like this, I'm going to flip it and stitch the other side of it. Can you see it's looking very beautiful? More beautiful than not ironing this paper stay on it. If you have any flying thread, make sure you cut it out. So I'm also flipping it upside down to stitch the other side of my zip. I'm actually flipping it downward to sew the other side of my piece. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to tack the edge of my zip so that I'm going to conceal all the rough work inside. If there is any excess of zip, make sure you cut it out. I'm also going to repeat it on both sides. You see, but guys, my sister actually came for distraction, but never mind, let's concentrate. After attaching this zip and I zip it off, can you see what we have? It's looking very beautiful. I'm actually using my hand. You can go ahead and pour a little bit of water but even without water you'll be able to pull this paper stay out. It's very, very important you remove it out. So I'm actually using my hand to pull out this paper stay, and once that is done, this is what we have. So the last thing for this pant is to go ahead and fold the down of our pants, and that will be all. Thank you so much for watching to this very end. Do not fail to subscribe to this channel, share and like the video, and see you all in my next video. Bye.